welcome to the channel, folks. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, where I react to non-pop country music. This video reaction is no exception. Jeannie Seely's song, When He Leaves You. It was a gift request by Eliyahs Romans. And first, Eliyahs, thank you for this gift, my friend, and for this request. And Eliyahs said that Jeannie just lost her husband, Gene Ward, last week. So that's going to be rough. But I don't know this song. It's a true reaction. But, I naturally have a sensitivity to that fact when I hear this song. But I'll still give my comments and so forth and go from there. So let's see what Jeannie's got. I've done a number of Jeannie songs. My number one or number two most watched video on the channel, which I did about 5 years ago, but people still watch it a lot, was Mo and Holly Pitney at their grandparents' kitchen table just singing a Jeannie Seely cover song. So Jeannie has left her stamp on the country music industry and still is. So let's see what this one is, When He Leaves You. Oh, I got a live performance. Here we go.
Here's Johnny Russell.
To you right now, a young lady that has an awful lot of talent, not only as a singer, but she's an actress, and she's a great songwriter, and she's pretty too. And I'll tell you something about her. If you ask her something, be sure you want to know what the answer is when you ask her. She's one of those kind. If you would, a nice hand for my buddy, Miss Jeannie Seely.
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. I come here as a friend, though I don't really know you. I know that you're in love with him, and he's made your world brand new. I'm sure you think he loves you. He might even think so too. But pour some coffee and I'll tell you what you'll soon be going through.
Uh-oh, he did it to her.
When he leaves you, it's gonna more than break your heart. When he leaves you, it's gonna tear your world apart. You're gonna cry a million teardrops, one for every shattered dream. When he leaves you, and he comes back home to me.
I kind of saw that coming. Ay, boy, oh boy, I could have gone in a lot of directions, but I'm like, I wonder if this is a cheating song, and yikes, sure enough.
I've loved him all these years, honey, this time's not the first time.
Really?
I've paid for loving him with tears.
Wow.
But when it's over, he'll be mine. Oh, I see that I've upset you. Guess I'm a fool to try to help. 'Cause when it comes to hearts and heartaches, you gotta find out for yourself.
Yeah.
When he leaves you, it's gonna more than break your heart.
What a wonderful voice.
When he leaves you, it's gonna tear your world apart. You're gonna cry a million teardrops, one for every shattered dream. and he comes back home to me. When he leaves you, and he comes back home to me. Thank you so much. We love you. Hi, Mom.
Miss Jeannie Seely, how about that? Jeannie Seely.
Gotta love the outfit too. That wasn't especially country outfit, but that's just the way it may have been done. And I don't know who wrote that. I get the sense she may have written that. I'm kind of hoping she didn't, in one sense, because that song sounds like it was based on a true story. And of course, I don't want that to have happened to anybody. And I doubt that she would roll over on the person that she was with and make something like that public, that he's a repeat cheater and she's a repeat acceptor of it. But I love that line. Whoever wrote this, and this just seems like it was a true story by the songwriter, but maybe not. But that I've paid for loving him with tears or something like that. And it's like, there's a price to be in any relationship. You give up part of yourself, you give up part of the things you might otherwise like to do, and you compromise. But there are some things that are inviolable, at least to me. Like cheating, it's over. For me, it's just that simple. And this was just one of these things where it's like, oh, this woman keeps taking him back. And part that might be enabling his behavior to keep going and doing it. But the beginning of the song was a great, great intro. It's like, I come here as a friend. And you're like, but then you find out, like, she's been through this before, so she's calloused to it. So she could actually talk to her sort of rationally, even though it's a purely emotional and partly rational thing to do. But you'd think it would be purely emotional, and she'd hate this person. But she's like, you just happen to be the latest person that he's doing this with. Yikes. But what a voice she's got. This may have been my favorite vocal performance of hers. She's got like a depth, a raspiness when she wants to trot it out, but then that smooth follow through to, anything that she's singing. But there's a strength and a conviction in what she says, and that probably in part that's consistent with what the gentleman in the beginning who introduced her said, that if you ask her a question about something, where he's like, be prepared for the answer, because she's one of those types. And I get the sense that, not only will she give you a direct answer, whether you like to hear it or not, but I have a feeling she probably maybe gives long answers too. So be prepared to listen if you ask her a question. And intelligent people, and she strikes me as very intelligent, they don't always know what details to filter out of what they're communicating. And that's part of the, I don't want to say social contract, but the social construct among us, where you want to share enough information where the person gets it, whatever you communicate what you're saying, but not overloading them with too many details to where they just can't even follow the rabbit trails and connect the dots and the breadcrumbs to what you're saying. And one of the things about songwriting is the concision or conciseness with which you only get about 250 words in a song, somewhere in there. I mean, the chorus repeats itself clearly, so those aren't new words. But the narrative development, you don't get that many. I mean, you might have a song that only has 60 or 70 words in it. So you really have to be a poet of sorts, where you just have a grasp of English, a grasp of editing yourself out, editing the thoughts down so it communicates what you want it to communicate, and not overdo it to where you lose folks. And this song did that. This song didn't lose folks. I mean, this song absolutely was concise. It communicated precisely, and the instrumentation supported the whole narrative. But really, that's all the instrumentation in this song could do, would be to support her voice. And her voice was there to communicate the narrative. and it worked. So Eliyahs, good call on this one. Great performance too. I don't know how much time they get to rehearse, because I'm assuming that's not her band at the Opry. That would be, the Opry would provide the musicians. They rehearse a little bit. Boom, let's do it. So I'm going to rate this, because that, I could feel myself in this, even though this has not happened to me. And even still, it drew me into, like, I want to give advice to this person, like, be there. No. Don't go over there. Don't dump this guy. Just dump the guy. I know how much it hurts, but deal with the hurt, move on. But that's not my call, obviously. So, all right, I'll rate this one. And the number that popped into my head was a 9.3. Because it not only made me think, it made me feel. And feel humanity. And good stuff right there. So, Eliyahs, thank you again for this, my friend. And you're picking some really good songs. And, this one obviously in honor of Jeannie and, her recent loss. So I'm mindful of that as well. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.
When he leaves you and he comes back home